Alive.
Do we hold hands while we speak?
Yeah. Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Hello.
Oh, babe.
I'm feeling empty
Oh, why?
because of what we did yesterday.
Right. Do you mean energetically though?
Energetically, I'm a bit muddled up, but
Yeah.
in terms of what's inside of me, I'm empty.
Yesterday we did I don't even know what it's called. A
colonic irrigation.
colonic irrigation. It was just absolutely intense.
If you don't know what it is, we went to a proper clinic, had a consultation, filled out all our health details, what medication, what supplements, what if you've had any surgeries, blah blah blah. And you get put into a room where you sit on this bed type thing. It's got a big gap where you put your bum, and a hose
Yeah.
goes up your ass and pumps water up continuously
Yeah.
and flushes you out, basically. Just goes deep into your guts and gets everything out. But not quite everything. It takes a few sessions to get everything out because we've got such a huge amount
System.
of guts and so much shit in us.
Honestly, it was just without going too TMI, but like I also don't mind. It's just for like if it's not ideal, but
Yeah, if you don't like hearing this stuff, maybe just skip ahead.
yeah.
But this is the real
Like you
stuff.
probably have heard of like enemas, coffee enemas. It's basically an enema on steroids, where like rather than just like one like amount of water going in and then you poo it out with along with all the stuff the water has collected and cleaned out, it's like continuous water flow for like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, like a long time. Um, oh my gosh, it was just, I mean, Ryan kept the water just on the whole time and he kept the thing
The
like
hose didn't leave my ass. I
up
just
his
stayed.
ass.
The way I looked at it, I was like, I wanted to clear out as much as possible. So I was using the whole time just to like continuously chip away at it.
Yeah, I found it so intense that I had to like definitely towards the end, I had to frequently like turn the water flow off, and my body was just like, I need to stop having this water gushing up my ass. Like my body was just like started to like I think almost reject the constant inflow. So I would like turn it off and I'd let everything out and I would just lie there and be like, oh my god, and the urge to like push was just like I would just be there like literally just like trying to it was a feeling of trying to push out like a massive shit that was just too big to come out your asshole. And yeah, and then I'd like turn it on a bit again and I'd do it again and it would just instantly be like quite intense and yeah, anyway. I like nearly cried during it because it was just such an intense feeling. But the lady did say she was like, because I told her when she came in, I was like, mate, I'm like nearly crying. She's like, honestly, either you get it or you don't. Like, this is a spiritual thing as much as it is like a physical thing. Like, you're getting rid of everything that just doesn't serve you anymore.
Mm.
And so it is quite like intense, both physically and I think emotionally, of like just releasing
Stuff that's been inside you for so long.
for
You're
so
you're
long.
literally holding on to shit that has been inside your system since you were very young. And a lot of people don't actually realize this. They think that, we just eat and everything gets flushed out. Like with that, if we ate the right foods, that's what you can expect. But I come from a background where we were eating processed foods at such a young age,
Yeah.
I was eating maybe gluten that I might have been intolerant to. I was eating dairy. I was eating other grains that might be like really messing up my guts, and chocolate and all these sweets that just have all this stuff in it that your body can't actually
Preservatives.
process,
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do.
Mm.
So it stores it. And I'm glad I'm doing it now. I wish I'd found out about it earlier, but
Yeah.
there is just so much stuff that is causing problems in our guts.
Mm.
And if you are having these problems, then look into a colonic cleanse or a
Mm.
colonic irrigation.
Mm.
Look what's near you. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It was an intense experience,
Yeah.
and at certain points, the water was coming out clear. It felt like I was done, but I knew like how big our guts were,
Yeah.
and
I
I could
knew.
feel a
Yeah.
blockage. Like I was trying to hold it in for as long as
Yeah.
possible, and I felt a blockage and was trying to like push it through,
Yeah.
but there's a serious blockage in there, which is
I had literally
scary
the
to think.
same. Like my water started to run clear, and it would just get to the point where like I just knew there was this huge like matter that was obviously blocking my gut.
Mm,
Um, and it was just, yeah, it was just so intense to clear it. You had to really like breathe. The cramping sensations were quite intense,
yeah.
and like, yeah, I admitted to the lady and myself that I just did not have the energy to like break that blockage down.
Mm.
Um, but next time I feel keen to do it.
And that's why you need a few sessions
Yeah,
um,
because yeah,
to do it. But when I got to a point where I was like feeling this blockage, and I was really thinking about what this blockage is, because a lot of the lady Linda, who was kind of hosting us, she did such a great job. She was so nice.
she's
She was
so
telling
good.
us that it's all like it's mental. Your
It's like
guts have memory,
trauma.
like in
Yeah.
certain periods of time. If you've ever had party drugs, if you've ever had intense amount of alcohol, you've had shit food, or you've
Mhm.
gone through a really rough time, your guts remember it. And when you're getting to these blockages, it's also a mental block. And
Mhm.
I remember like just thinking, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to let go of?
Mhm.
And I just needed to let go of the fact that I've just abused this body,
Mm.
and I feel bad for it. And I actually had some sort of empathy towards this living thing,
Mm.
not me as like looking at my body kind of
Mm.
separate to me in a way. And how I would treat something else isn't how I'll treat myself. So I was like, I want to treat myself better, and I was like letting go of that. And then I saw stuff come out. It was like crazy, just like this cloud of stuff come out.
Crazy,
It's nuts.
honestly.
It is more than just a physical cleanse.
Yeah,
It is
it's
it's
incredible.
emotional, yeah,
Yeah, it is incredible.
because it pushes you to. Well, I push myself to my limits. Like how much can I hold in, and the
Right, yeah.
pain, the cramps, and like just really like trying to get as deep and deep as
Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
I was on the full flow, and I just didn't stop.
Honestly, when you told me that afterwards, I was like, "What?" I
It was
literally
like a
I cannot comprehend just having full flow the whole time. I had to take like breaks. My body was just like, "This is a lot." But I think next time we're doing it in the evening, which I think will be better. I don't think we prepped our bodies enough. I don't think
sure.
I prepped my body enough. I didn't have enough water or food before. And it does take quite a lot of energy to go through something like that. And I think I was running on empty. So I'm excited for the next time.
Yeah, we didn't
Um,
know what to expect, did we? So
no,
didn't know what equipment
but
they had.
it's actually quite an intense experience, and you need to be like, energetically ready to release and get through all of that.
Yeah,
To just
so I
tolerate it.
recommend just drinking plenty of water. Just make sure you're hydrated before you go in there, I guess.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, we had like
prepared.
just woken up, hadn't we, pretty much? And so, yeah,
We walked in,
um,
we were still sleepy eyed, and
yeah, and then suddenly there's just gallons of water shooting up your ass.
but it
But
was
yeah,
a
it was so
positive
good. I'm glad
experience.
we did it.
Same.
I'm glad we're doing it because we've got another session on Tuesday, and I'm excited.
And
I
another
feel
session on Friday.
feel more
We're doing
ready
it,
for it.
and that's the thing with these things. You got to do them close together
Yeah,
so that your tissue stays soft and ready for it.
your bowels sort of stay moist, and we've got to do enemas, don't we? Which we do. Well, we do enemas
I
anyway,
don't do enough though.
but you don't do them often, do
I should
you?
do more.
Um, which is we should because they don't take long, do they? I think in our
No.
mind we're like, oh god, that's like a
No.
big thing, but it's like what 20 minutes, half an
Yeah.
hour.
I mean, it's just really interesting. This is going to be slightly linked to what we're also going to talk about, but
Yeah,
in the Essene Gospel of Peace, what do they
talks
teach
about
you?
talks about enemas.
Jesus teaches you, right? It's from coming from Jesus.
Well, I mean they labeled the guy Jesus, but obviously can't say that that was actually the historical figure of Jesus.
But yeah, they literally tell you how to do an enema,
And Emma, yeah,
and the Essenes also tell you what sort of diet you should eat. You shouldn't eat anything that's been killed, as in like an animal.
yeah, no meat.
No meat,
They don't.
because
They say not to cook your food.
yeah, the fire can kill your food.
Eat everything as it's grown by Mother Earth, and the fire of life has almost cooked it for you. And
So we're pretty much following the Essenes right now, aren't we?
yeah, we are, which is great.
And we're sussing it out. We're killing our parasites. We are going through a internal cleanse,
Yeah,
and my soul can feel it
yeah,
genuinely. Um, it's just my physical is just sussing it out a bit.
yeah,
Time will tell, but it feels good.
yeah.
Feels really good.
It's a good journey to go on. The diet, especially, I just feel so much better on.
Yeah, same.
Um, yeah, so it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
And it's funny because when I thought about eating raw, I was like, gosh, that's gonna be hard work. But it's like actually easier than cooking
Yeah,
if you're just willing to not have to indulge in like really complex, really take like if you're just happy with just eating
yeah.
for the sake of eating and just like fueling rather than like having to
It makes you
taste.
realize the process involved for cooking, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like, oh,
It,
you got to cook these first because they,
yeah,
you got to think
yeah,
about how long things take, and there's different things going on at the same time to make the same meal.
yeah.
Whereas your raw meals,
Just
you just
whacking it
chop
all
them
in a
up,
bowl.
wash them, put a little bit of this in, put that, and we share a bowl. We just eat
Yeah, we
together.
just sit here with a big salad bowl with just all of our
Yeah,
raw stuff, and we just.
yeah.
It's
It's
nice, isn't
so
it?
nice, and I'm just waiting to see how my body's reacting to it. If my body can handle it, if it needs to have cooked foods. Because the Essenes are chatting about this. I want to try this and see if my body can actually take it.
Mm,
Because maybe my body is used to has developed in a certain way to handle X food,
mm.
and just changing it now might actually just not work.
Yeah, and I think I'm now starting to literally. I'm starting to like try and reject hearing comments about food and food noise and just being like, does this feel good for me? And that needs to be like the only thing that matters. Otherwise, you literally are like a ping pong ball getting pinged around a fucking table. If you were to, try everything or take everyone's advice, it's so much like it's just it's crazy how much
Mm.
food noise there is out there. What you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, what's good for you, what's not good for you.
It's
It's
mind-boggling.
crazy.
It's like, oh right.
Yeah.
Then the complete opposite is
Complete
someone's
opposite, it
thriving
said.
again.
Like eggs, for example. Eggs can either be a fucking superfood or the worst food for you. I've heard both. it's ridiculous. Eat raw, don't eat raw. Eat meat, don't eat
Mm.
meat. It's crazy. So
It's paralyzing,
yeah, it
and
is.
I can imagine like we're suffering from it, and it can be such a blockage to just start something and
Yeah,
just do something out of your own initiation, because you're having these people that you look up to saying this, and you're just seeing them thrive, and you think, oh, I'm a bit of that. So you try that for a bit, and then you
yeah,
hear another one, and you're like, oh, I'll
yeah,
try that, and you
yeah.
just
At no point are you actually just listening to your own body.
that is a skill in itself, isn't
Like
it?
your own body, it will tell you if a food agrees with you or not. It will tell you.
Mm.
It will let you know this food did not agree with you,
But you have to
and
be
you have to listen.
in a like a specific state to listen as well.
Mhm.
You need to have some clarity in your life as well.
Yeah.
You need to have time where you're sat with yourself, you're feeling yourself,
Yeah.
and then you could know the difference between if something vibes with you or it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because if you're living a life where you're just go, 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 you've got
Yeah.
work coming out your ears, you're seeing mates, you haven't got time just to sit and know yourself,
Mm.
then you're not going to be able to know if something's right for you. And
Mhm.
these issues are just going to carry on.
Mhm.
You're probably not even aware of these issues. You're just thinking they're normal, just cracking on with
Yeah, yeah,
life.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, just slow things down.
Yeah, actually listen, because
Ask yourself before you eat it, like, all right, let's see, is this good for me? I don't know.
yeah,
And
and your
then
body, and if
any
you
sort of pain,
listen,
any
your body will tell
discomfort.
you. And this is the thing, it's like it's saying, it's weighing up, okay, what's more valuable? My body's like signals or what I've been told. So like say with the protein craze at the moment, everything's just like protein, protein, protein. Like I see what I eat in a day is from girls that are like smaller than me that are having like 170 grams of protein a day. Like it's crazy. People are obsessed with protein right now. And I'm here being like, right, I'm at the moment I don't eat meat. I'm not even eating eggs now. Like I'm just eating fruit and veg. And I'm like, my head is going, shit, what about protein? Because, you know, everyone's eating like 100 grams of protein. But then my body is not giving me any indication that I'm suffering. I'm not low in energy. I'm not ill. I haven't got any digestive issues. So it's like, what am I taking more value? What am I giving more value? My body's response or what I see on social media? So yeah, it's like having to let go of that intellectual, all this information that you've received, and really going, okay, realistically, if I was about to drop dead because I didn't have enough protein, my body would let me know way before. Like my body would let me know if it was suffering, and I have to trust that rather than going, oh, I'm not feeling bad at all, but I need to shove loads of protein powder down my throat
Mm.
because I think I need to get 100 grams of protein a day.
Mm.
Anyway,
Yeah. How does a silverback gorilla get its protein?
it's a good question, man.
Just eats grass.
Cows are so strong, they just eat grass. Horses, they're so strong, they don't eat meat.
Genetic, isn't it? So not only do we have this food noise, but we also
Oh,
have spiritual noise.
I love that.
Great segue.
That's
I know.
how.
So moving on to our next topic, and our difficulties with spirituality at the minute.
Well, I wouldn't
Not
say
spirituality,
spirituality.
but
Chris.
religion.
Wait, we'll take you through. As you guys know, we started going to church and we really liked it. I would still really like church. Nothing wrong with church. However, last week we went to church, as we do,
Hmm.
and the particular sermon last week definitely hit our edges when it comes to tolerance of alignment. I mean, we walk into church knowing that we're not Christian, but we appreciate the space, we appreciate the community, we appreciate the like alignment that it gives us.
We come in with a bit of curiosity
And we
as
come
well.
in with an open mind and whatever. But last week definitely I think hit the threshold.
Yeah, where they were saying the only way to God is through Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's where we have a little bit can't we just can't get
No,
behind.
because I'm quite close with Muslims, and they are, they're so connected to the God. They pray all the time. They're very generous. They're very kind, and they do it all for God. But they just believe Jesus Christ is a prophet. So like, what's their connection to God? You know,
Yeah.
they're believing that they have a connection to God, and the Christians are believing they have a connection with God.
It just starts getting quite like
When you see, yeah,
extremist.
when you see other sides,
Yeah.
different religions, you then start to realize that, oh, it's like a kind of like a cult. It's
Yeah.
defeating the point of
Yeah.
connecting to God. It's
It's
you've got to
just
do it this
yeah,
way.
it's about a
It's creating differences.
yeah.
You know, you've got to do this way, then you'll go to God.
Yeah.
No, you've got to do it this way through Jesus Christ to get to
Yeah.
God. God's just there.
Yeah, yeah.
God is just there for everyone.
Yeah, it's sort of taken
Not only he's
away.
not even there, he's in here.
Yeah.
He, she. So it's a thing. Like, it's not a personified thing. It's just source, life. Everyone has and is entitled to that connection with God,
Yeah, has access to that.
whether they choose that or not. They
Yeah.
have it. Some don't understand it. Some choose to ignore it. Others connect with it, and yeah, we go to church to connect with God.
Yeah.
Although the people in that church will think we're not doing it right, and will
Yeah.
then try and convince us to
Do it their
give our
way.
life to Jesus, get baptized, and
Crazy,
try
man.
and because we can be quite weak sometimes in life events where you're super stressed because we're moving house, or you've lost your job, or you're going through a breakup. You're weak in those times, and when you go to church, you then just try anything. And if someone's saying Jesus Christ is the only way, you're most likely to listen to that, aren't you? And then
Yeah.
kind of get you on that point.
Yeah. And it's like I don't think that that's a bad way to do it. Like I don't think people like giving their life over to anything that's positive and having a positive effect. Like I look at the people at church and the person that's speaking at the front and I think, yeah, this way has clearly done wonders for you. And I don't, you know, take that away at all. I don't think that's wrong at all.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, it can feel that was the first time that I was listening to the guy at the top of at the front of the church and thinking, God, this feels really like religion-y.
mm,
I think we've gotten maybe quite lucky with the sermons we've listened to and XYZ being slightly, more general in their, you know, philosophy, but this one was really like Jesus died for you so that you could have access to God. The one and only way that you can connect with God is through Jesus. And it was very like, what?
God
It was
gave
just
his
a
one and
lot.
only Son.
God came to earth. God came in and Jesus was fully God, fully human, and he died for you and blah blah blah.
I just don't get
I
it.
just
I
can't.
don't get that story. The reason why I don't get it is because I'm trying to imagine if it happened in today's time. It just doesn't make sense. So in my head, it feels like Jesus is representing something. Like all spiritual texts,
Yeah.
like they have parables, they have like Jesus is representing something within you, that's something that needs to die and then be resurrected.
Yeah, you have to
Like
die
that,
to live, sort of thing.
it's like Jesus' story is something to follow, to relate to yourself, and then that makes more sense to me
Yeah, then
rather than
like everyone else in the world who doesn't fully believe that Jesus is the only way,
mm,
therefore isn't connecting to God. I just can't. Like, it just is too like it's just too extremist. Don't get me wrong. Jesus, he was clearly a very incredible and very impactful person in the planet, and he can be if you inspire to live as Jesus did from what you know about him in texts, brilliant. You're going to be a good human.
mm,
There's nothing wrong with that. Good karma. You're going to feel better.
mm,
And if you connect with the God that Jesus was connected to, brilliant. But yeah, I think that done. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, let's not worship Jesus.
yeah. And that's what I fear. Like when I go to last week, we were worshiping, and it's all to Jesus, right? And it just feels a bit off. It just feels a bit like
Who are we worshipping?
inaccurate.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's God? Well, they think that Jesus is God, and which is why for them that is
yeah,
sort of
but
makes sense.
Jesus never says that he is God.
Jesus never
He never
ever
says
says
I am
I am
God, and he
God.
also says never worship me. He
Yeah.
says follow me,
Yeah.
which is what I believe now. Is
Yeah.
I from listening to that from the Muslims, they just believed he was a prophet, right?
Yeah.
And like how the Muslims follow Muhammad, they they see them as prophets, and they see him as role models to look to and to like to
But
to
ultimately,
to
God is
be
God.
like
Yeah.
to follow the path, follow them towards God, not
Yeah.
like give your life to them so that you can access God. It just doesn't align
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And like all that worshipping energy is going towards Jesus. Maybe he didn't want that.
Mm. There's
Jesus has kind of been like made into something that he isn't.
yeah.
And we know how tampered the Bible is. There's multiple books that have been left out
Yeah.
from the sea scrolls, from the origins of the Bible. Why are certain books taken out? Why isn't the whole thing just there as is? It's been manipulated to. It's been heavily manipulated,
Yeah.
and religion is used as a manipulation device. And I know all these things, and that's why I'm like having that ick with it.
Yeah, definitely. And there are some really great videos. Um, what's the channel that you showed me?
The ethereal path, I believe.
Yeah, the Ethereal Path. And Esoterica is a guy on YouTube, and he's got a video like "Who is Jesus?" and he also has an interview with another scholar about Jesus. And those interviews are incredibly just enlightening in terms of like they make Jesus the human being he was, and they aren't seeing him as like a god. They're seeing him as someone who they explain the context in which Jesus was alive in, rather than sort of isolating Jesus and his disciples in their own universe. They explain the context, they explain the recent history, they explain what happened after Jesus' death and actually how Christianity happened. It wasn't from Jesus Christ, it was from a man named Paul who created Christianity. And they talk about these loads of these texts from other people that were around Jesus at the time that we don't have access to in the Bible, and what they say about Jesus. And there's
The
this
bigger
whole
picture.
there's this whole movement of like almost what they call it like rescuing Christ from Christianity, where Jesus has become God and become like became the saving thing, rather than listening to what he was saying about how you can get closer to God.
Hmm.
They've made him the thing that makes you close to God. And it's interesting, these scholars, when they're talking about Jesus, they're like, I think if he was to come alive now and to see what had happened with his name, would he be over the moon about it? You think he would. If you were a Christian, you think Jesus would be like, yes, they got it. I'm the way, the truth, and the light. They've understood. But these scholars think that actually if he were to be told now, he'd probably be mortified at what has happened in
Yeah,
his name.
because the reason why Jesus was killed was because he was empowering the people.
Yeah,
He was
God is
teaching
within
people
you.
how
Yeah,
to connect with God, how how to awaken the third eye and
yeah,
have Christ conscious, which is what I believe Jesus Christ is representing, is that consciousness within you, that awakeness. He was teaching the people, empowering them, and that's why he was killed, because he was
yeah.
too powerful. He was
He took
he
because
was influencing too many people, and so he got killed, made a mockery of, and then afterwards Christianity was made to then, instead of empower the people, most people would send their power to Jesus and outsource everything.
mm,
So now he became this idol, this thing to worship, and it's taking people away from their inwards journey, and it's just projecting everything out, like hoping, sending it out, and just trusting on this external thing rather than going in
mm,
and connecting within and God within you and having that connection.
yeah.
They completely flipped what Jesus was trying to teach, and that's what we're seeing with Christianity nowadays.
Yeah, it's been really interesting having that church sermon and then listening to these videos, and it's literally, I feel like my whole journey has just literally been flipped, and I'm just up in the air right now because for a minute there I was like going to church, reading the Bible. I was like low key a Christian for a minute there.
Yeah, she was.
And now I've literally just been like, yeah, I've listened to these videos that I resonate with a lot. And we had that church sermon that just, we both walked out of that being like,
Something's not right.
ooh.
We've got that feeling in us.
And so now, it's just flipped on its head. I don't have any, like, I was praying so much before. I was like, God, please give me clarity. And maybe this was it.
Yeah, yeah. I remember in church, I was like, "All right, Jesus, show me what you got. Show me what you got." I was like, "Come on, mate, show me. Prove it to me. Let's go. I'm ready for it." Nothing.
And actually, he's saying, connect with God. Do
Yeah.
not get distracted with me.
Mm. Yeah.
Use me as a signpost if you need it, as you can do with a lot of people. You can use a lot of people as signposts.
Follow me. Don't worship me.
So yeah, that's been interesting, hasn't it? And now I feel like I'm literally in just like a void because I felt like I was having a lot of benefit from my whole. Felt so close to God. I felt so alive with life. And I feel like I still do. None of that's been gone, but I just don't really know what to like anchor into anymore.
Yourself.
Yeah, good point.
Yourself.
And that's it, isn't it?
Because God, it realistically is within us. Everything is of the mind.
Incredible times. I'm conscious that we've gone over 30 minutes.
Probably.
Oh
Did you even
yeah.
did you even turn that?
Yeah, I did.
No. Great chat though.
Great chat.
So yeah, anyone else having a problem with religions? Look into it, mate.
Yeah, definitely look at.
Look at the ethereal path and esoterica.